Lewis in his first professional shift. This is Grant Lewis, 22-year-old. The man who's got the puck takes a look. His shot, he waited a little too long. That shot blocked. And the veteran Kwiatkowski is paired with him. He's got it. Kwiatkowski, one of the assistant captains here for the Wolves. Leads Jesse Schultz, a newcomer. Now Kwiatkowski's in deep. Put it around the boards. Lewis had his pass deflected. Wolves able to keep control in front. Schultz hit the goal post, and then it went in. I believe it hit the post on the backside of Schaefer, and Jesse Schultz in his first shift as a member of the Chicago Wolves, coming off an 18-goal season a year ago. And the Wolves, before the game is 2 minutes old, have the lead.
And a power play goal. Just mentioned the fact this is what you would call in many respects the second line, but it is a very good line. You will see a lot of productivity from this line. Giroux with a perfect feed across. And Jesse Schultz, Pat mentioned 18 goals last year, but the prior year he had 37. And a different coach last year, more defensive oriented. And that line will, I think, add a better dimension this year for the Wolves.
And right off the ensuing faceoff, the Wolves are going to get a penalty. A man was tripped trying to go in and forecheck, so Houston will be able to get their first power play chance. Check there by Fahey, and the Wolves get possession. Pavlik. Made it to Fahey, now a lead for Krog. Up the ice with Hadar. Krog will ring it around. There goes LaValle to the corner. Tapped it in deep. Hadar able to fend off a checker. Put it to the deep slot, a long shot, deflected up over the top, and then it goes in the net. The Wolves have a 2-0 lead.
Oh, the Cubs could use Jason Krog right now. He will bat this puck after the Schaefer save. It is in the air. I'm not sure if it would have actually dropped down and into the net, but Krog in excellent position. Bats this below the crossbar in height into the empty net. Starts off with Darren Hadar. We have seen how passionate he is with the puck, and when he gets it, he takes his time, head up all the way, back to the point, the defense collapsing, the rebound, and an excellent save actually by Schaefer with the shoulder, but the puck went over top and then down, and Krog was standing there waiting for it.
So now the Wolves have a power play chance. They scored on their first man advantage of the season. Giroux to the side of the net. Martin's in front all alone with Schultz. He goes back to Fahey. His shot, and they score. Boy, what a passing exhibition by the Wolves. All five touched the puck and eventually went in the net.
You gotta love it. It's such a talented group. And we mentioned even Brian Fahey last year in his offense. He's on the power play. Nice play by Schultz to stay with the puck. He easily could have lost control and gave up, but he stayed with it. Got it back to Fahey. His shot gets through, and Steve Martins, I think this year will have a good year. Last year, very difficult with the veteran rule. And of course, at the end of the year, not dressing, but boy, did he rededicate himself this past summer in Chicago. And he'll be ready. And this year, he has line mates. And I think that's a big difference, too. You got Schultz and Giroux. Two guys capable of scoring a lot of goals, and I think we'll see that happen with Martins and his good speed, his ability to move the puck around. It's going to be a very good line.
It has all the makings of that, no question about it.
Good rush, excellent speed, a nice little move individually, and what a save by Pavlik in excellent position. And twice put himself, got up again, and got himself in front of the puck.
Long shot to save. Oh, a second save by Pavlik. Oh, that should have been the first goal for Houston on the rebound. Pavlik denied with the right leg, and 2-on-1 the other way. Here comes Krog. Dropped it back. And a shot deflected just wide of the target. And Constantine thinks we'll be able to find a little bit more offense than that this year. I think they had only one 20-goal scorer here with the Aeros last season.
He's in Minnesota, Matt Foy.
Yeah. They continue on the power play. And now the Aeros. Boros looks for help along the boards. Paille goes rink wide. Now Reach will let it go. Tip, they score. I believe that was redirected out in front. And the Aeros on the power play are back within 2.
Not sure who got a piece of this, but it is redirected, and Eric Reitz does a fine job as he moves to the middle of the ice to get the puck through, and that's what you want to have take place on a power play when things aren't going well and you're not really making the plays down low. Use your point men and get him to get the puck through and jam the front of the net. You've got a goaltender who's been sharp. Picked up, Reitz goes to the middle of the ice, and a little wrist shot will get all the way through. 2 Aeros in front. Not sure what it touched, but it looked like it went through the legs of Pavlik. And as I mentioned, eventually with all the power plays, you're going to get one. And that is their first goal, and it's a power play goal. So I'm sure he knows, John Anderson knows him well. He had a couple of goals, a couple of helpers in Washington also last year in the National Hockey League in 9 games.
Now we're going to have a scrap. The gloves are off with Pavlik and Boros. Pavlik got in a couple of right hands, and he's hammering away. He got in another good right on Boros, who can't get started yet in this one. An early edge for Pavlik. Oh, and another big right hand. And Boros trying to hang on. He can't get a punch off. And Pavlik with another wild swing, and Boros is going to never wish this one never started.
That was lopsided. You mentioned Boros and the fact that they feel they can get some offense from him, but that is what he did a little bit in camp. He surprised a lot of people. He was very aggressive. But Boris Pavlik, also a very tough individual, and he can scrap. And that was a couple of big boys going at it there. And as you mentioned, Boris never got a chance to do anything. He was leaning, stretching, but Pavlik had the right hammer going and connected quite a few times. I was wondering how these new jerseys, being so light and thin and stretchy, you can see them. They are very stretchy. Stretch Armstrong. Two big men, though. Heck of a fight. Maybe that'll turn things around in favor of the Wolves.
It's cleared up the boards and bounce loose to center. Here's Hamlin going to have a 2-on-1. Hamlin driving in, looking to center one. Tip, and it was deflected just wide. Pavlik might have gotten a piece of that goal mouth pass. Now it came loose again. Hamlin goes to the line. A long wrister, they score! An early third period goal from the Aeros. Eric Reitz, the trigger man, and it's 3-2 now.
Starts with a breakdown offensively. The Wolves get caught. Ends up being a 2-on-1, and the Wolves have to hustle back. I'm not sure if Pavlik got a piece of the Ehrman redirect on the 2-on-1, but the Wolves could have had possession again. Determination by the Aeros to keep control, getting the puck back to Reitz, the captain. Initially the 2-on-1, the little feet across, and maybe a stick by Pavlik on the Ehrman redirect. But just wanting the puck a little bit more, the play down in the corner back to Reitz, and Reitz fires it on net and beats Pavlik to the long side with a wrister.
Back into the Wolves zone as the Aeros are changing. Kelly waiting for a little help. It comes. Here's a good scoring chance and a save by Pavlik. Oh, a point blank opportunity denied.
Matson, he was in good position, trying to go top shelf. What a reaction by Pavlik to get the arm up and get a glove on that last shot.
Aeros lost it. Now the Wolves a quick counter. Martin's up the ice with Giroux. He tried to give it to him, but it deflects to Schultz. And Martin's back of the net. Centered one. Here's Fahey. Scores! Brian Fahey joins the play. A great pass by Steve Martins from in deep. His third point of the game for one of the Wolves' assistant captains. And it's 4-2.
Just a beauty. You have to love the patience of Steve Martins and what he did with the puck. And Brian Fahey also from the blue line, seeing that there was some time behind the net and the possession of the puck to read and move into the area he went to. Martins holds. Everyone's watching him. He holds and holds. Everyone thinks they're going to the first man, but it's Fahey who moves to his right. A tough feed on the tightness to the net and the left-handed shot. Fahey, a right-handed shot, moved down low and was available. A perfect pass and a nice shot, too, up against the far post. Schaefer had to move off his right post and try to square up on the shot. No chance.
Now the puck is back in play, but the game is about to end, and the Chicago Wolves begin the season with a 4-2 win over the Houston Aeros. It was Harlem Globetrotter-like early, then it became more workmanlike. And after a pretty good second period for the home team, I think you have to be impressed with what you saw here in the final 20 from John Anderson's club.
First and foremost, it's a road victory. It's the first game of the year, and that's what you want to get behind you. The Wolves able to do that. Yes, the first period was easy going, and I mentioned the fact that I think you saw a nervous Houston Aeros against a very high, potent The Chicago Wolves team. Second period, the Wolves did not play very well. The game was taken over by the Aeros, but I agree. I think the third period much better. We saw some flashes of brilliance. Boy, that young man, Pavlik, I think we'll see a lot of that this year. He was faced with some tough chances against, especially late, made some quality stops, but overall, the penalty killing was good tonight, Pat. And the team played very good for a first game, I think, and especially being on the road. Now they have to sit with this for a full week.